6:33 is the time. It is the 1st of October, which also begins Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Health experts are encouraging you to get your annual mammogram. News Channel 3's Madison Weil is live there at the Comprehensive Cancer Center at Desert Regional Medical Center in Palm Springs with more this morning. Madison.
Yeah, Jeff, well, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're here inside the Comprehensive Cancer Center. If you've been with us this morning, you know that we've been talking about all the new safety protocols in place to make sure this is a safe place for patients to come and get their annual mammograms. They're really pushing for people to come in, not wait just because we're in the pandemic right now. Dr. Judy Jackson is here with us this morning. Thanks so much for being here all morning. For this, we want to explain exactly what the process is like, because we know a lot of people do have some trepidation when it comes to getting a mammogram, but it's a quick and it's a painless process.
It is. Now that we have a digital mammogram system, the compression is much less. We don't see any bruising anymore. We don't have any patients complaining of pain anymore. It's truly a simple and fast process. Maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes at the most. Your mammogram's done and you can be out the door.
And something we've talked about is 1 in 8 women will likely have breast cancer in their lifetime, and that's a scary statistic. And this is a simple procedure that you can do, an annual mammogram. How important is that in this fight?
It's critical. It is truly a life-saving step. When we see this, we actually know that patients who don't get their mammograms have a much higher risk of dying of their cancer because they present with a much more advanced cancer. So please get in. Please give us the chance to help you.
Well, thank you so much again for being with us this morning. Even a few months can make a huge difference when it comes to breast cancer detection. It's going to be Breast Cancer Month all week here at the center, so come and make your appointment. We have more information on how to do that on our website, kesq.com. Live in Palm Springs, Madison Weil, News Channel 3.
Okay, timely advice. Thank you, Madison. 6:35 is the time now. He was the first known person to be cured of HIV. The International AIDS Society saying a Palm Springs resident, Timothy Ray Brown, has died after a 5-month battle with leukemia. Brown was considered cured in 2008 after receiving a bone marrow transplant for an unrelated disease the year before. The bone marrow carried genes that made the donor naturally resistant to HIV. The International AIDS Society says Brown's treatment opened the door to the possibility of a cure for that disease. Cathedral City is extending its face mask and social distancing mandates now through year's end. Enforcement could include a $100 fine for a first offense and up to $500 for repeat offenders. The city's mandate is much like the statewide order. It requires people to wear masks in most indoor settings and outdoors when distancing is not possible. Cathedral City's original mask and social distancing orders date back to May 14th. That was a little more than a month before the state then issued its own orders. Desert Sands Unified School District is discussing potential scenarios for returning students back to in-person classes. The school board held a virtual meeting yesterday, hearing from some parents who want their children back in class. The board saying that they will defer to the state for guidance on reopening. The board also recommending a timeline for a return of students to campuses.
Moving into elementary school students returning to hybrid on November 9th. And then, as we've been discussing this evening, coinciding with that grading break, having middle school and high school students return in a hybrid on January 4th after that semester break, indicating that they would prefer a hybrid.
And that timeline more aggressive than Palm Springs Unified, where the district is not planning to have any students back on campus until at least January. A recent survey showed 40% of Desert Sands parents are in favor of distance learning, but a majority, 60%, said that they do prefer that hybrid model with kids back in class on campuses some days. 6:37 is the time now. Thousands of airline workers are bracing for job cuts today. The companies that are set to furlough 32,000 workers coming up. You're watching the Desert's news leader.
You depend on the First Alert Weather Team for a forecast that's customized to our valley.
We know how to track severe storms, alerting you before they hit.
We know our valley like no one else.
Wind, wildfires, rain, extreme temperatures, and earthquakes.
We're tracking it all.
We know our valley.
We know our weather, and we deliver the information you need to be prepared first.
The most knowledgeable meteorologists in the Coachella Valley. The First Alert Weather Team, only on News Channel 3, the Desert's news leader.
Welcome. Join us for a new season at Lavender Bistro near Old Town La Quinta. Our patio is an ambiance for your palate. Enjoy half-price wine Tuesdays and no corkage fee on Sundays. Tasteful gatherings happening nightly. A new season and a new menu by our award-winning chef. We look forward to serving you an unforgettable meal. Savor our gallery of temptation on our website or call for reservations now.
Choice is on the menu at Bob's Discount Furniture with my complete $7.99 dining sets in a variety of styles from rustic to contemporary, like my Montebello in 3 colors, 2 heights, and 2 sizes, my Sonoma in 2 colors, my Montana and Cosmopolitan each in 2 heights, and my Cocoa Elevations or Enormous. Thanks to Bob's Discount, only $7.99 no matter what you choose, or choose them all and be that eccentric family with a whole lot of dining rooms.
Get Bob's Discount!
Only at Bob's Discount Furniture.
When you get injured, you should only be concerned about getting better. My office will handle everything else. When I fight for injured people, I know that winning is everything. When you compare my law firm to other personal injury firms, you'll discover why we're the right choice. With millions of dollars recovered for our clients, our experience makes the difference. I'm attorney Barry Rieger. I've been fighting for your legal rights for over 40 years.
The law offices of Barry Rieger. Experience you can trust.
Investigating public corruption, safety concerns, scams, and wasted tax dollars. Email the News Channel 3i team your tip.
6:40 is the time. Now, the airlines could lay off tens of thousands of workers today. And as Andrew Dimbert reports, as the airlines wait for Congress to act, could be the end of a long career for some of those airline workers.
This morning, more than 40,000 airline workers are out of a job, furloughed or laid off after federal funding ran out at midnight.
Past October 1st, my future is like a big black hole.
Annette Halla has worked as a flight attendant for United Airlines for the last 7 years. She worked her last flight 1 week ago.
I dreamed of being a flight attendant when I was a little girl, so my dreams came true. I have my dream job, and so I have been asking myself, like, what do you do when you lose your dream job? Where do you go from there? I don't have any answers right now.
Back in March, the airlines, rocked by the pandemic, received $25 billion from the U.S. government. Now they're asking Congress for $25 billion more.
At Delta, we're looking at potentially 2,000 furloughs in our pilot ranks if we don't get the grant from the government, or indeed if we don't find a solution with our union.
And now controversy brewing over the cruise industry. Word overnight that the CDC is extending the no-sail order, banning passenger cruises from U.S. ports through the end of October. But according to the website Axios, Robert Redfield has pushed to extend the order until February of next year. But that plan was blocked by Vice President Mike Pence. In a statement regarding the no-sail order, the White House insists that the coronavirus task force is following the data and the science. The CDC, meanwhile, has no comment. As for the airlines, they say they'll recall their workers if Congress reaches a stimulus deal. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, Washington.
6:42 is the time. Now, the latest weekly unemployment numbers have been released this morning. The Labor Department saying 837,000 people filed for first-time unemployment benefits last week, edging down 36,000 from the week before. California's unemployment department, meanwhile, on hold for any new applications right now, as the state is still working to fix a backlog and ongoing technology issues that have led to widespread fraud. Nationwide, the unemployment rate continues to go down. Recovery, though, varies around race, sex, and age. There's still no deal on a new economic stimulus package from Congress. 6:42 is the time now. Keeping students honest while testing at home, it's not easy. Coming up, we're going to take a look at the tools some local educators are trying to use to prevent widespread cheating.
And you're looking out for the top of the tram at our sunrise this morning. A beautiful view, but unfortunately a lot warmer than we would prefer for the start of October. It's really the first official month of fall in the Coachella Valley, but it doesn't feel like it yet. I've got details on that forecast on the way for you after the break. You're watching News Channel 3, the Desert's news leader.
You can help track our local weather by sharing with the KESQ First Alert Weather Team. Download the KESQ First Alert app, tap the Share tab, and send us pics of weather we all need to see. Be seen, be heard. Share with the KESQ First Alert Weather Team.
Not only is the weather hot, so are the deals at J.R. Thomas's Golf Cars, offering the best variety in custom, refurbished, and pre-owned. Shop where countless celebrities and Hall of Famers go.
Hi, I'm J.R. Thomas. Come and visit our new showroom in Rancho Mirage.
You don't bring your car to just anyone. You want to bring it to someone you know and trust to tell it to you straight. You want to bring it to Big O Tires. We're locally owned, which means we're your neighbors. And we love giving our neighbors a great deal. Now through October 11th, save $100 instantly on sets of 4 Big O brand tires with installation purchase. Plus, get a $50 mail-in rebate on purchases of $500 or more on your Big O credit card. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
With a customer base through the years that has included countless celebrities and Hall of Famers, you know you're getting the best when you shop at J.R. Thomas's Golf Cars, offering custom, refurbished, and pre-owned.
Hi, I'm J.R. Thomas. Come and see our vast selection at our new showroom in Rancho Mirage.
You're watching KESQ, the desert's news leader. This is News Channel 3 in the morning with Jeff Stahl, Angela Chen, and meteorologist Patrick Evans.
Are you ready to transform your outdoor living space into a cool and soothing place? Having a custom mist system will make sure your backyard is always ready to relax and entertain. In just a few hours, Custom Mist will install an aesthetically pleasing, high-pressure misting system. Would you rather be bathed in refreshing, cool mist or stuck indoors? Don't let the climate control you. Call Custom Mist Systems today, and you'll be ready to play.
Hey, Coachella Valley, E.T. is now airing on KESQ.
That's right, Entertainment Tonight on KESQ this fall. So I'm bringing the heat, all the entertainment news you love from our award-winning show.
Look alive, feel alive.
From red carpet events to exclusive interviews with the biggest stars.
What's up, E.T.? The stars come to play on E.T.
E.T. weeknights at 7:30 right here on KESQ.
You do not want to miss that.
This traffic report is brought to you by locally owned Screens to You. Don't let the sun shine through. Enhance your view with Screens to You.
.645 is the time. Now time for that time saver traffic. Let's go outside and look at the I-10 traffic camera in India right now. Traffic moving just fine. No major incidents have been reported out on our local roads. We do have that continued traffic alert this morning at the Whitewater rest areas off Interstate 10. They're closed both directions due to ongoing water supply issues at those rest stops. In Mecca, crews are working on the Avenue 62 improvement project near Highways 86 and 111, also Grapefruit Boulevard. 62 between Highway 86 and Grapefruit Boulevard. It is closed to traffic right now. Follow the detour signs during this project. In Palm Springs, Riverside County Flood Control and Water Conservation District workers are repairing and restoring parts of the Palm Canyon Wash Levee that was damaged in the Valentine's Day storm. Follow the traffic control signs at Toledo and Murray Roads through March. We've got your time saver traffic updates right here every Monday through Friday, 6:15 and 6:45. 6:46 is the time. Now, the pandemic has made school districts and teachers rethink the way they administer student testing. It's because the temptation for students to cheat, it's even greater when they're stuck at home online learning. News Channel 3's Madison Weil has more on how parents and teachers can keep those kids accountable.
From a parent perspective, it's all about having that conversation with your student.
Ethan Fieldman, CEO of Study Edge. His company offers online learning support nationwide.
We set up a website called anticheating.com, which is a free resource for parents to find out all the different ways that they can help their student not to cheat.
If you're a parent or a teacher, it's a resource worth checking out. Anticheating.com covers basic tips like taking away a student's cell phone during a home exam to explaining new software and apps that exist to prevent online cheating.
I use an app called Quizzes, which provides time limits for the students.
Luis Cardenas, a social studies teacher at La Familia High School in Thermal, says using a testing app that has time limits and prevents the copy and paste function from working can help.
I'll try to create questions that really they can't just simply Google.
He also uses the app called Nearpod. It shows when a student stops engaging with a test or if they open another tab. The principal of La Familia High School, Dr. Rosalind Burge, says the pandemic has made them reassess student learning altogether.
Before we can focus on learning and testing, I need to make sure my students are safe and they feel good about themselves.
They're also rethinking the best ways to ensure kids are actually retaining what they learn.
Gone are the days of the paper and the pencil test.
She says in many cases it's becoming less about a simple multiple choice test and more about projects or exercises that have students explain in their own words what they've learned.
How do we use authentic assessments through group work and projects and Google Docs where teachers can actually see live what students are typing and writing?
Adding, when it's a live interaction between the student and teacher, it's a lot harder to cheat and often more enriching.
How do you cheat on an assignment when it's about you and it's your opinion? If you did cheat, you're cheating yourself in that instance.
Madison Weil, News Channel 3.